What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. FA Cup weekend, fourth round. We drew 1-1 at St Mary's yesterday in a game which I thought we played pretty well in. Probably our best performance in a while, definitely under Jose. I think we caused Southampton a lot of problems. Just it's that same case of lacking in concentration at the end of the game.
I wouldn't say it's our best performance under Jose.
I said one of.
I don't even know if I would go one of, but I would say definitely since like the Chelsea game or the Brighton game, like since that period, it's definitely been an upturn. In performances, and I thought we actually played some good football yesterday for a change, which was good.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. We played some good football. We looked threatening. We were playing it on the floor. We were playing some nice football, some nice touches. There was that moment, that goal that was disallowed for offside.
What a goal that would have been!
What a goal that would have been!
Yeah.
What a move that was! And also the goal that we did score, what a move that was, from just starting with Giovanni Lo Celso.
I mean, a few moves like that.
Exactly.
Throughout the game, which was really good to see. It was just, again, the lack of finishing, which cost us.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get into the player rating. Let's start off with Hugo. We give him a 6. Fairly untested on the day, I thought. Most of Southampton's chances didn't test him, and I thought that distribution probably could have been better, like we always say with Hugo.
Yeah, he had one really dodgy kick in the second half, which nearly fell straight to Southampton player. But other than that, yeah, he wasn't really called upon. Japhet Tanganga, we gave him a 7. Played at left back again yesterday, and I thought much better performance than he had against Watford, where he really struggled against Ismail Sarr. This time it was a lot more assured. He had Stuart Armstrong, who was on the right, contained pretty much, and he had a few moments where he really had to put his body on the line, and he's a beast. He's more willing to do that. He took a shot full on in the face by about a yard away from Stuart Armstrong. He was down for a few minutes with that, and he also had a really good goal line clearance. He loves a goal line clearance, Japhet Tanganga, and it was a really good one from Danny Ings there after Lloris went walkabouts a bit. I forgot to mention that bit, but good display from him.
Yeah, like you said, the goal line clearance was the main point. Just reiterating your points, just really assured performance. And I was reading an article last night about the Spurs Academy and how they like to do things, and they like that players are very versatile. And you could see that with Japhet Tanganga, playing right back, left back and centre back. So yeah, good signs from him. Moving on to Toby Alderweireld, gave him a 6. I thought probably our best centre-back on the day, because I thought Davinson Sanchez wasn't that good. He was calm, assured, some nice pings over the top. But apart from that, I can't really remember too much from Toby.
He got done a couple of times by Danny Ings, but he made up for it. He was pretty good defensively, I thought, actually. But where he really earned his money was those pings over the top. He created numerous chances through that method.
There were gaps in that Southampton defence yesterday, weren't there?
And especially that one for Lucas Moura, which actually led to us scoring the goal, which was disallowed for offside. What a ball that was!
Yeah.
Pinpoint accuracy from Toby, and it's one of those weapons that Jose loves to use. You can see that.
A lot of the time he was playing balls over the top, and those Toby pings that we just spoke about. But a lot of the time they were actually good balls, but our strikers didn't make the most out of them.
This is when it's most valuable, when it's just a weapon that you use, not the whole point of the attack. And I feel like in previous games it's been the whole point, but in this game against Southampton it was perfect. Because otherwise it becomes predictable. Yeah, that's what it was like under Pochettino. We had our attacking style of play, and then we had in our armoury Toby's balls as well. So that's the way it should be. Yeah. Next up, Davinson Sanchez, we gave him a 4. He struggled. He did struggle a few times. He lost his concentration. He was taking wild swings of the ball, missing headers. He wasn't totally terrible. I thought defensively he saw the ball out of play numerous times, allowing pressure off the defence. I don't think he was that bad, but I thought a few times he really could have cost us. He was quite lucky not to cost us, dear.
Definitely, I thought that misplaced passes, just missing the ball completely at times. Really, really worrying display, I thought, from Davinson Sanchez. Like you said, he did defend well at times, but then the other times were just completely horrendous, like really horrendous. And he's got to get that consistency in his play, because I thought last time he played, he actually played really well. And then, it's the same story with Sanchez all over again. I think in the big games he kind of plays well, and then when we play the lesser teams, although Southampton on good form, whatever, that he has lapses of concentration. Which moves us on to Serge Aurier. We gave him a 7. I thought up until Southampton's goal, it was an absolutely brilliant display from Serge Aurier. Obviously, I think that he made some nice recovery defensive challenges, as well as getting up and down the pitch, putting balls in the box. Obviously, no one in there to finish them off, but again from Serge Aurier, that lapse in concentration, giving away the ball, and Southampton go and score from it.
He says he was fouled, but I'm looking at when I saw the replay, I don't see that at all. I think it was a fair challenge. I thought he was sloppy. He gave the ball away in a really bad position, left us exposed, and that's exactly the space they exploited as well as soon as he lost the ball, and it cost us a goal. But yeah, as you say, I thought he had a pretty good game. Other than that, I throughout he had Redmond pretty much in his pocket throughout most of the game.
Redmond had a very good game, I thought.
Yeah, but he had to move over to the right to get away from Aurier.
Yeah. Do you think that Aurier has been made a scapegoat of some kind in the last, since Jose has come this season?
I think even possibly we've been a bit too harsh on him, because I think he has been pretty decent since Jose's come in, especially. But I think it's the old tale remains true with him. If he's as far away from our penalty area as possible, then he's all right. Yeah. He's actually quite a good threat on the right wing. He provides overlaps. But as soon as he gets anywhere near our own penalty area, then bad things start to happen, and that's the problem.
Fair, I still think he made some nice challenges around our penalty area.
He makes a lot of tackles. He does make a lot of tackles. That's because he's caught our position so often. He has to make these recovery tackles all the time. He's always coming in from behind, making challenges.
Yeah.
I think people put too much emphasis on him. I think even we have in the past been a bit overcritical on him because we just so desperate for a new right back. We haven't signed one, but I think he's done a decent job. But I think I think the team does cover a lot of his weaknesses because he pitches so far forward. Next up, Harry Winks. We gave him a 7. Really good display, positive display from Harry. I thought on the ball, I thought he played really, really well in terms of his passing ability, quick passing. He was really part of the moves we were doing throughout the pitch, building up attacking moves, quick one in transitions, quick one-touch forward passing as well. He was able to dribble past players and create possibilities for moves to start, and I thought it was actually really good. And he was also quite tenacious as well, getting challenges in. I mean, he must have committed 4 or 5 fouls throughout the whole game, so really surprised he didn't get a card. He was quite lucky in that aspect. Did seem to tire a bit towards the end of the game, but I thought if he can keep displays up like that, it would be very, very positive.
It was a bit of an all-action display from Harry Winks yesterday. I thought, like you said, he was everywhere. He was non-stop running throughout the game until he tired a bit. I think a few nice forward passing, few long passes over the top as well from Harry Winks, which I think we've seen a bit more since he's been managed from Jose Mourinho. I feel that he actually could have got sent off. Potentially could have got sent off, but obviously he didn't even get one card, so
so lucky.
Yes, he was lucky, but I thought Winks in the last couple of games is getting better, and I like his new tenacious style under Jose, which brings us on to Jedson Fernandez. We gave him a 6. I thought he was okay. He got taken off after 55 minutes. He was all right, a few defensive challenges, getting the ball away from there, and a few nice passes in the centre of midfield, but nothing too much to write home about from him.
Yeah, didn't get involved enough, especially on the ball. I thought he competed well off the ball. I thought he was covering quite a lot of ground, but also felt positionally he wasn't sure where he was supposed to be. I kind of felt like sometimes on the right, sometimes on the double pivot. And I also felt like he just didn't get involved enough on the ball in our passing moves. Didn't show off his ability on the ball enough. So only saw an hour of him, obviously, but he's got a lot more to offer, I'm sure.
I felt every time he got the ball, he looked to release it quite quickly. And maybe that was an instruction from Jose, I don't know. But I think that obviously it's his first game in English football, first start in English football. So I think we're going to need to be patient with this one.
It moves on to Giovanni Lo Celso. We gave him an 8. Another masterclass from him, especially when he moved into the centre in the second half. He started off kind of on the right-hand side of midfield, more like that Bernardo Silva role as a right forward. I thought he actually did quite well. Actually, for most of the first half, he was so unlucky not to get on the score sheet. That goal being ruled out because it hit Son in offside position. I thought his passing ability is really starting to show off his vision now, and especially once he moved into the centre, he really looked at home, didn't he? And that run for our goal, absolutely sublime, taking on 3-4 players, weaving in and out. And having the presence of mind to check in and pass to Lamela, who had 2 men over. He really knows what to do on full pitch, and he's just majestic to watch at times, especially in central midfield. Reminds me of just like how Modric used to play in that centre, and I think we've got a real player on our hands, and not only does he offer so much on the ball, but off the ball as well. How many tackles did he win? 4 or 5 tackles. He's winning constantly. He's got that tenacious side to him as well. He works hard for the team, and obviously it's going to take time for him to adjust what the balance is between attacking and being tenacious and running 24/7 and being creative on the ball. But man, he's really settling in now.
Is this going to make the loss of Ericsson a lot less?
I hope
kind
so.
of like the hurt of it, a lot less. Because, you know, this guy is literally, you said it in the vlog yesterday, he's a literal star in the making. And it's lovely to see. Because obviously, when Mourinho came, a lot of question marks over Lo Celso. Everyone was saying, is Lo Celso a Mourinho player? Is he gonna make it? And there was a lot of rumours saying that Jose was going to send him back at the end of the deal. But look, the deal's got to get done ASAP.
Yeah, and even Mourinho said after the game, the way he's playing, you can't not give him a deal because he's just so good. I think the difference between Eriksen and Lo Celso is Eriksen was just like a chance-creating machine. He was like, whenever he got the ball, his passing ability is absolutely unbelievable, second to none. But what Lo Celso offers is a bit more tenacity, I feel like, in his play. Maybe he's not going to create as many chances as Eriksen, but clearly he has a good vision, though. That's clear. You saw that with his pass to Son in the second half as well. Yeah. Unbelievable. But I don't think his vision is probably as good as Eriksen, but what he lacks in that, he'll make up in other areas, like that dribble. Eriksen can never do that dribble.
That was David Ginola-esque, that dribble.
Eriksen can never do that in a million years, what he did to the goal.
It was absolutely sensational. I haven't seen a Spurs player do that in ages.
Exactly. So, and it's nice to see because Eriksen would never have...
Since Son against Burnley.
Yeah, but Eriksen would never really have the confidence to kind of take on men like that, and doesn't have the speed and the physicality. But Lo Celso clearly has that in his armoury. So if he can add that to his vision, what a player we have in our hands.
He looks tailor-made to the Premier League, really, and I didn't think that when he first came. So look, I'm loving to see how Lo Celso develops because.
But just one thing, we should keep him in that centre.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he looks so much better there. I know he's got better players to come up against, but Højbjerg's no mug. He's a good player in centre mid and Ward-Prowse, and Southampton are in good form, and a large part of that is because of how their centre mids are playing. So for him to outplay them like he did is no mean feat.
100%. Moving on to Dele Alli, we gave him a 6. I'm just disappointed with Dele at the moment. I think he started off the Jose reign so well. And I think he's just... I can't really explain what he's doing, but he's not doing enough for the team. I know he did create a few chances yesterday, and the striker should have done better with those chances. But it's Ali kind of like... How many times are we going to say it? He relies on moments in games, and I think he needs to be contributing to the team for more than just moments in games.
Well, yeah, but that's Dele Alli for you. That's what you expect. And he has moments in the game. When he's having 3 or 4 or 5 moments, it's okay because at least he's going to make at least 2 of them count. But when he's in and out of the game, it can be a bit frustrating. I thought against Southampton he was all right. I thought if it wasn't for Lucas' miss and for Lo Celso's goal being ruled out for offside, he comes away with 2 assists. And I thought he had a fairly decent game. I think Ali as well does things that makes it look easy. Things like breaking the line of the midfield lines and getting in between the defence and midfield. He makes it look easy when it's actually quite a difficult skill to do, and I think he's mastered that quite well. I just get a bit frustrated when we're trying to build attacking moves, and whenever we pass it to Ali, a lot of the time they seem to break down, which is annoying.
There's a lot of the times the ball just comes to him and he just aimlessly flicks it somewhere.
Either that or he hangs onto it too long or something.
Exactly.
And it's a bit annoying.
It's really frustrating, and I think if he can cut that out of his game, then I think we have a much better player on our hands.
Especially when you have Wings and Lo Celso around him who are playing nice, quick one-touch passes. They play into Ali, and he usually a lot of the time he wastes it, and it's a bit annoying when they're trying to build attacking moves.
Yeah.
Next up, Heung-min Son, we gave him a 6. End up on the score sheet, a really nice finish I thought on his left foot.
Should have had more.
Should have had probably another one in the first half. After a good ball in by Dele, which was just wide. Really, people would probably be frustrated with that. Other than that, it was quite wasteful. It was quite annoyingly wasteful as well. A lot of the time, he was running down blind alleys. Defenders were getting him out of the game. A few times as well, he had chances on the break, which he wasted, which was quite annoying. But I feel like since Kane's been out, him and Lucas have been kind of rotating and being left wing and striker. And then neither of them are sure what we're doing at the moment, I feel.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think it feels like he's lacking confidence a bit at the moment. He's not really attacking his man on that left-hand side. And and his finishing is not that great, albeit he did have a great finish for his goal, but he should have slotted the first one as well. But anyway, moving on to Lucas Moura, we gave him a 5. I think it was a bit of a similar display to Heung-min Son. I think, like you said before, they were interchanging a bit throughout the game. I think Lucas started up front in the first half, but then the second half, Son started up front, didn't he? I just feel Lucas, like we say all the time with Lucas, he's so inconsistent. You know, he has a great game, then a poor game. I think the last 2 games he's had, not enough quality, but you could see the effort and the desire and the passion in the team. And I think it was the same again yesterday, you know. He's chasing down every ball with real lack of quality at the end. He should have scored in the first half, albeit it was a great save from the keeper.
Yeah, apart from that running behind, he I think it was a constant nuisance for Southampton defence
He's
to
a
deal
nuisance,
with.
but he lacks that quality at the end.
Yeah, a lot of the time. I think he's just, lacks consistency in the quality, because he clearly can finish, but as we saw against Wolves and against against many other teams, that he has a good shot on him when he wants to, but just a lot of the time he doesn't get in the right positions doesn't set himself correctly to do that.
I think sometimes he does get in the right positions, but then he takes too long to get the shot off. Because sometimes, he's in that right position, the perfect chance to shoot, and then that chance goes, and then he loses the ball or he passes it or something like that.
He always looks for a better angle to shoot sometimes, and sometimes you just got to take the shot on when you get the opportunity. He should have scored in that first half. Good save from the keeper. He nearly also was involved in the offside goal as well, but obviously I was ruled out.
What a goal that was.
Yeah, we played some really nice football. I was so impressed. Let's get into I guess Jose. Well, I know Lamela came on for half an hour, got an assist.
Lamela looked really good when he
got
came
an assist.
on. He looked really good. I always feel Lamela's better coming on as a sub than starting the game. He just offers that energy when he comes on to tiring legs, and he's got that passion, that desire, and obviously he got the assist with a lovely ball to Heung-min Son after that lovely Lo Celso run. And I feel that he links up quite well with Lo Celso as well. So, yeah, Lamela, it's a shame that he doesn't do well when he starts consistently, but I think he did well when he come on.
Yeah, because I think when he comes on, because he's so tenacious, he adds that bit of energy to especially against tiring legs. It's that extra bit more effective when he comes on. But I thought, had a really good cameo performance.
And a point I didn't mention on Winks and Lo Celso before, I feel they have a really good understanding together. Especially it showed last game against Southampton. I felt that, especially when they're in the middle, I felt that they were passing so well together, nice little 1-2s, and I just feel that could be a partnership to look at. Yeah,
but I feel like they're good on the ball, but off the ball, I question it, just because they don't offer the protection that we need for our defence. And I know Lo Celso did make a few tackles, and so did Winks, but it's just they're not defensive players, so they don't have that defensive nous about them of where to position themselves. They don't smell danger in and around the box. They also let players run off them, make runs off them. They don't track their runs.
Maybe you don't play that in a big game, but in a game where you're expected to score goals, but sometimes we don't get those goals against maybe a lesser team at home or something like that. That could be a good option.
It could be enough. But again, we need a striker, don't we?
Yeah,
that's for
sure.
That's for sure. Eric Dyer came on. I didn't think he was that good when he came on, was he?
No.
A bit annoying. But yeah, what do you think of Jose? I thought his selection and how the performance was.
Yeah, I thought everything was spot on. Really, it was great to see Jedson start his first game.
All right.
Yeah, it was great to see Jedson start his first game, and we played good football. It wasn't that same over the top football. Route one, I thought we got it down on the floor. We played football. Jose can't warrant for missed chances. I think that Son, Lucas both should have scored, and I think if Son or Lucas score that in the first half, I think we win this game. So you can't mark Jose down for too much. I think he got it spot on yesterday, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we're really starting to see performances akin of a Jose team. I think the football we're playing is a lot better than it has been. I think it's no surprise we finally have ball players in the centre, and we're actually playing through midfield as opposed to bypassing midfield all the time. I think that was always the plan. I remember when we played against Wolves or Chelsea, and we were just continuously playing balls over the top. And I think I don't know if it was you or I don't know who said it was like, oh, this is just Jose's tactics. This is how he wants to play. And I was thinking This can't be how he wants to play. This is just how we're playing because we're unable to pass through the midfield at the moment. When he got to Sissoko and Dyer in the middle, it's never going to happen. But now we've got Lo Celso and Winks there. It's so nice to actually be playing into the centre, be playing through teams, quick one-touch passing, creating chances in the final third, looking good. And just those final touches just need to start getting being more clinical in the final third, and the results are going to start to come.
Yeah, I think there's definitely positive signs. I think when you cast your mind back to maybe 3 weeks ago or so, you couldn't really, me personally, couldn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. I thought we were playing bad football, didn't look like we could win a game or anything. But now I know we're not winning every game, but I think signs are positive. We're playing good football. And I think if we keep going in this direction, things will come.
The real test is on Sunday.
Well, yeah.
Man City. I know because the run we've had recently haven't been the hardest of games.
But we're coming up to a big run of hard games now.
Exactly. So this is going to be really where Mourinho earns his salt, see how we perform. I'm going to really look forward to how Lo Celso is going to be performing in the next few weeks.
Ndombele's got to play against City.
And Ndombele hasn't played it recently, but he was on the bench, didn't come on.
Last 2 games he's been on the bench. So we'll see how he's set up against City. But it's going to get tough. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm quietly confident about this one. I really am. I think.
Don't be, because when you're confident, we always lose.
I think we might nick this one 1-0.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Now we'll lose. Thanks. Cheers. Put a busky on us.
But anyway, that is your player ratings. Like, subscribe, and comment below, and tell me what you thought of our ratings, and tell me what your ratings are. And as always, come on, you Spurs.